unfamiliar location. We're filming in my room today for no serious reason or anything like that. So if you're not a fan of this setup, let us know in the comments down below. You can vote. Democracy. Mixed Pixels are democracy. We're okay with that kind of thing. You can vote any one of us off the show as well.
Okay with that kind of thing.
But until you do vote one of us off, I am your host, Bill Conway, joined by my co-hosts, Jose.
Flatsenchi.
And Rob.
Training?
He's got it.
That's new.
This is episode 6, baby.
It is.
6.
New Hope.
No, that's not right.
That's episode 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is episode 4.
6 is Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
This
6
is
Return.
the return of Mixed Pixel.
This is a video game podcast where we talk about video games and everything else. That's not video games.
That's everything.
Just a video game podcast.
Yeah.
If you're looking for anything else,
Maybe we'll have it at some point.
Maybe. So how have you guys been?
Good.
Last time we recorded, we talked about the PlayStation 4 Pro. Nothing that big has happened since last time.
No.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to redo the intro again.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my fault. All right, I'm just going to keep that rolling. I'm not going to get up.
Boop, 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 boop,
All
boop.
right. This is take 2, so I know when I'm editing this. 2.
So if this is a democracy meeting, Jose can just go into the comments and vote you on.
Yes. Yes, that's the way this works.
Fuck off.
Welcome, everybody, to the Mixed Pixel Podcast. We are quietly initiating a democracy system into the show's framework, and that in the comments you can vote any one of us off, or vote for features, or vote for segments. Most importantly, vote one of us off. Vote for me to stay.
It's like MILF Island.
I'm Bill Conway, leader of MILF Island. These are my 2 co-hosts of MILF Pixel. Jose Tatenchi and Rob Trainee. Said your name a little quiet. Understated. He's wearing a Rascal hat today. Do you remember that PS1 game, Rascal? That's why I keep saying it's a Rascal hat. I used to have... There were 2 games I always remember seeing the covers for because they were always on the back of the instruction booklets. Because when you'd open the PS1 case, the back of the booklet's just staring you right in the face. There are 2 games I always remember. Razor Scooter. It was on the back of a Tony Hawk book. And then Rascal. And I don't remember. I think it was on the back of Spyro's book or something. It's this little blonde kid with sunglasses and this red, flat-brimmed hat, jumping over a fence with a spray paint can. But he's 8. So the kid doesn't have any parents. He's a rascal. He's a rascal.
He's an orphan.
An orphanist rascal. Well, you can't be orphanist. You're just an orphan. Orphanist implies an orphanist. Look, I like all orphans. We have the best orphans. I have the best orphans. This is the Mixed Pixel Podcast. We talk about video games. How you guys doing?
Good.
Playing a good game since the last time we got together for this
Iron.
beautiful meeting. Oh, if you guys haven't noticed, we're in a different location this week. You might have to get used to it. You might be here quite often throughout the winter. If not, you can see us on the streets. You can vote for where you want us to film. You could send a letter to our P.O. box. If you get a lot of votes at our P.O. box, I'll put that info on the screen. We can come film at your house. It's like, Nickelodeon used to do those contests all the time?
Yeah.
You can get slimed, by a bunch of adults. What the hell was that? Send
They used to go to your school and then just dump slime on you.
Send this letter to the P.O. box. You come over here to Florida where all the Nickelodeon execs are hanging out and they'll watch you get slime dumped on you. And you think that's fun. Oh yeah, you get to go take a really annoying shower and get all this slime off you.
Introducing
Or
you white slime.
you could either take a shower or one of the executives can hose you off while we watch. What the hell was the aftermath of these slimings? I have to know. I have to... Reddit AMA. I was slimed on Nickelodeon. Ask me anything. I want to know the aftermath. I have to know the aftermath.
That sounds like a lot of execs went to jail.
Yeah. Well, I think they stopped doing it. What was that, Superhero Man? Slime Dude? Slime Man? Do you guys remember that?
No.
Nick Dude or something? Snick Man? I don't know.
Nick Cannon.
Yeah. I forget his name. It was, he would come on and he'd have a black mask and black hair and his bread tight suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'd come on and be like, oh, we're going to slime you kids. And then he'd dump all his green shit on the kids and I love it. And it's what's happening? Just show me the cartoons. I didn't ask for this, and neither did they. By the looks of it, this is weird, strange. But there are always those Nickelodeon vacations you could send like stuff into a PO box to win. So sending it to the Mixed Pixel PO box, information on the screen. We'll come over. We won't dump slime on you. Maybe we'll record a podcast in your kitchen or so. You can cook us dinner. We'll talk you through the process. You know how we put this mic on the table and then we sit around it. Really behind the scenes guru type stuff. I want to say this is the air hockey table.
Nobody will know what it is. This is an air hockey table.
I proposed to put this cloth on because like maybe we shouldn't tell anybody we're using an air hockey table. But the reason I bring this up because I want to comment on this bed sheet. It's not a tablecloth either. This is a bed sheet. It smells so good. Whatever softener and like detergent that was used on this bed sheet on this air hockey table smells really good. It's giving me good gaming vibes. It's reminding me of Pokemon Red. Like the same detergent must have been used when I was capturing Articuno. And it's blue. Blue sheet. Blue bird.
One sheet.
I was thinking, if I plugged this table in and the air come out of here, what do you think will happen with the sheet? We're going to do that after this episode's over.
What if it floats?
Yeah, you think? Like,
This looks kind of cool.
yeah. Well, next time we record here, we can have the air cast. Video games! There was a rumor yesterday. Well, a rumor. It wasn't labeled rumor. It was labeled as sources say by Kotaku. And usually Jason Schreier ain't too bad with his sources. He usually is top on with his reporting. He's one of the only like good reporters at Kotaku. Everyone else kind of stinks a big old butthole.
Top on.
It's just says they're top on. Is that an expression?
I think I would say on top.
Is that top on? You got the top on sauce. That Battleborn is going free to play. Mm-hmm. For those of you guys who don't know, Battleborn had the unfortunate fate of releasing like the same exact time as Overwatch, and it's very similar to Overwatch in an aesthetic and maybe idea, but it are different games. Battleborn is a MOBA. I think maybe a lot of people don't know that. I think a lot of people will criticize Battleborn copied Overwatch, but it's like they're really two different games. Mm-hmm. Just that, like the idea of like there being a roster of heroes wasn't like invented by Overwatch. Like Battleborn elected to make an FPS MOBA, not an FPS objective-based team shooter, but it had the unfortunate fate of coming out right along Overwatch. And there are some characters who look pretty similar. But I do actually want to talk about that a little bit after we talk about the Battleborn thing, in that a lot of games that are coming out after Overwatch now in a post-Overwatch world, any character similarities are immediately going to get called out as Overwatch clone. Mm-hmm. And I kind of want to talk about that a little bit because yeah, we'll get into it. But anyway, Battleborn. Jason Schreier posted the story about Battleborn going free to play. Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox, tweeted, I heard about a really reckless story about Battleborn going free to play, and that's simply not true. And then he went on to confirm that it's going free to play indirectly by saying, there will be a free trial version where you can unlock the full game and other characters, and have heroes on our rotation. That's free to play. That's a free-to-play MOBA model. The free trial is you getting to play the game without access to all the heroes.
He then went on to attack the journalists that wrote the story over Twitter. He said something to somebody. Someone tweeted at him about Battleborn going free-to-play. And he literally tweeted back to them, I've seen some videos on YouTube that made me believe the JFK assassination for a minute. That was his defense.
He had a meltdown. And I want to say, I almost kind of feel bad because Battleborn is one of like the biggest bombs of the year, and Gearbox probably isn't. Well, they are kind of. I mean, they should be used to it by now after they released the Alien Colonial Marines, but I feel like they're the Borderlands guys. Like they're typically highly regarded, and like Randy Pitchford in the past has kind of been known as a cool dude. You know, like he's a good looking man. He's young. He comes out as like funny and like Borderlands is funny. Gearbox, yeah. So like I'm watching the Battleborn thing come down, and like you watch a bunch of old pre-release interviews about Battleborn, and like he's so hyped. Okay, I hope people love the game, whatever. And Battleborn was announced and revealed before Overwatch even existed in the public eye. I feel kind of bad for the people who worked on Battleborn. That is such a failure, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Have either of you played Battleborn?
I played it in beta. It was a very close to release.
Did you enjoy it? Now you've played a lot of Overwatch too. Like, is there any merit to people like saying, Battleborn? Whatever.
It's heroes. That's literally the only difference. It's much more of a MOBA than anything else because you pick your hero, and your hero levels up throughout playing, and you get new abilities through leveling up. throughout the game, just like in a MOBA.
Yeah, like a MOBA,
You start with one ability, and then when you level up, you add more abilities. And there's a bunch of heroes, different moves. I think it was definitely something enjoyable, but if it hadn't come out at the same time as Overwatch, it might have even been something I bought.
Yeah.
So if it does go free to play, I absolutely am excited to check it out.
I think that was like, it really was the death knell.
Because it was like, I don't really like MOBAs. I'm just not a fan of the traditional MOBA, but I enjoyed the MOBA mechanics in that game. It worked. It all worked together.
Yeah.
Being a first-person shooter with these abilities, it all worked in a good way, and I don't think it's a bad game whatsoever.
People who have played it, who I've talked to or I've read like impressions on the internet, people who actually played the game, like and played it, do enjoy the game, and there's no doubting Gearbox can make a good game either. I wanted to go free to play. I know Randy Pitchford's all like gung ho about it not going free to play, but would either of you two like check it out like in depth if it went free? If you could just download it and play it tomorrow?
Yeah, I'd be all over it.
I think for MOBAs, free to play is probably the way to go. There's not many companies that could get away with releasing a game like Battleborn or even Overwatch or whatever at a $60 Overwatch is $40 and $60 on PC, can get away with releasing games like that are typically like, oh, I can just play a free version of that, or I can just play Dota or Smite, or yeah, it's not an FPS, but like these games and the way that their models work with releasing new heroes and everything can't get away with typically releasing those for money.
Well, speaking of Smite, and speaking of
I think you're just really into what I was saying.
Developer, they are releasing Paladins.
Paladins,
It's
yes.
going into closed beta on console actually this week, today, I think.
Paladins?
Yeah.
No shit.
And
Yes.
Paladins is, a lot of people are calling it a direct Overwatch clone.
And they're saying, no, it's not.
The interesting thing about Paladins, and this is where I want to talk about Blizzard's character design a bit, because I love Overwatch and I love Blizzard, and this is what I mean when I talk about not many companies can get away with releasing a $60 game like Battleborn. The only company who could ever typically put a price tag on their games and they're always a success is Blizzard, because people see that it's like that official Nintendo seal of quality that was always in the back of Nintendo cases, that gold. If you see Blizzard's name, typically that game's going to be polished and it's going to be supported, and your money is not going to feel like it was wasted. Whereas, like, you spend $60 on any other MOBA or any other hero game, it's like, even Team Fortress eventually went free to play. It's not like an insult for your game to go free. Like, just buck up and admit that the game wasn't a success and try your business elsewhere. But because Blizzard has that pedigree, because Blizzard is like Blizzard, and like, everything they do, and I love Overwatch. I have prints all over my wall. I love Overwatch. I have stickers all over my PlayStation. I'm obsessed with the game. I'm obsessed with Blizzard. Do you think Blizzard's able to use because I'm reading stuff online and like Battleborn was revealed before Overwatch existed, and you have to think like it's not that easy to just shit a character out of your ass, like and like balance them and like make sure everything works. Like oh, Blizzard released footage of Overwatch. They have fucking Zenyatta. We got to make a Zenyatta guy and make him balance in a week and like whatever. And the game comes out so fast. Like, maybe give the benefit of the doubt that a lot of these character ideas maybe aren't that original, and they're just like, oh, Team Fortress 2 had the big heavy with the machine gun. Well, how could we do that? Well, it could be a big heavy guy who eventually turns into a turret, and then you have very like-minded individuals at both Gearbox and Blizzard coming up with these ideas, because there is a turret guy in both.
But it's definitely, Roadhog is very similar to other heroes, such as Pudge.
Pudge from Dota, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But
Blizzard...
I think what it comes down to in Paladins is, while more hero shooters with similar characters is cool, and obviously everybody's borrowing from everybody.
Yeah.
The thing with Paladins, though, is some of it just comes straight down to the exact same thing through animations. Like, the Roadhog character literally has the same hook animation. He opens up his gun and shoves junk into it. And, like, the gun for the one guy is literally Zarya's gun. Like, I have no problem with new hero shooters with similar characters, because that's just going to happen. But it feels like a lot of them are, like, direct copies, and that's my only problem. And it's also weird because they've shown their concept art that they made before Overwatch was even known to be worked on.
I didn't check that out. Were any of those characters similar?
I haven't looked into it too much, but I know like they released this concept art that was dated.
Because I know they've come to their defense of their game by
Yeah.
saying like this has been in development before Overwatch has come out. Like Blizzard beat everybody to the punch with these hero shooters, and now any game that comes out after has the unfortunate fate of like, oh fuck, Then and with Paladins, I do want to preface, Paladins is a really good game. I played it a good bit. I do want to play it. I do want to show you guys it one of these days. We'll do a video on it. And as you play it, I was playing it. My cousin was here, and we were going through the game, and because we saw the trailer, and we're just laughing our ass off. Because if you guys watch the Paladins trailer, fucking the character introductions in this trailer, there's a Reaper, this edgy dude with a mask and a big shotgun looking thing. Comes out and he's like, "Oh, here comes death." And like, it's like, okay, come on. It's like watching the porn parody that Browsers did. And then, you got a dude who rips a thing off and a ball rolls and you could blow it up. And there's somebody who puts himself in an ice block. Oh, there's Roadhog. There's a dwarf in red armor who shoots lava and also builds a turret. Like, okay. All these character archetypes are all Team Fortress 2 still. They are all mostly still engineer, heavy, scout, whatever. But the aesthetics of the people in Paladins are very suspiciously like Overwatch. So it's like, and then one of the people from High Res, the developers of Paladins, were like, "Oh, what if Blizzard copied us? You guys ever think of that?" And that's what I kind of wanted to bring up, is that Blizzard has the advantage of saying, "Oh, all this stuff was from our old game Titan. This stuff was in development like 10 years ago. All these ideas and the Overwatch faction and all these characters, all this lore." All this stuff has been in development forever from our scrapped MMO. And everyone reads that and goes, "Yeah, see, Blizzard beat you guys. They were developing this 10 years ago." But then it's like, were they though? No one knows. Blizzard beat everyone to the punch, and they have such a high reputation that anybody who comes after with very similar designs... I'm only playing devil's advocate here because everyone jumps everyone else's bones. Like, "Oh, fuck you."
That's not the right phrase.
Yeah, no, they fuck. That's the phrase for fucking. Jump the gun. Unless you want to fuck people. I don't know. That's your thing. Fuck them to death. There's like that idea of like, oh, we believe Blizzard because they wouldn't steal or their game was in development beforehand or whatever. And it's like, maybe. What if somebody at Blizzard saw this dwarf man in Paladins sometime or whatever? It's very unlikely because Blizzard is Blizzard, and what I said before still stands. It doesn't take 2 seconds to make a character and balance them. It takes time. But there's always a chance. So it's very interesting to see all these games come out. Some of them bomb. Paladins is doing very well, actually, on PC, which is to be understood because it's free to play.
Yeah.
I bet you if Battleborn launched free to play, it wouldn't be in the situation it's in now because it's a MOBA. Paladins is very MOBA-like in some of its progression. Yeah. It's an interesting time. We're in a post-Overwatch world now. Expect to see lots of these games. I did not know Paladins was going to console, though. That's very interesting.
It just happened yesterday.
So I assume that will be free to play on console as well then, too. I assume they wouldn't charge money for it.
Yeah.
That's kind of dumb. That's a dumb question. I think that's where Paladins will actually find its niche, though, as that is free to play. And High Res, with Smite, I've supported Smite very well over the years. That I trust them to take this game and make sure it's supported and add stuff. And it's characters that are even aesthetically similar and kind of have some of the same movements. A lot of them do have an extensive different move set than their Overwatch counterparts. That it is kind of fun to play them. It is a fun game. It is a fun game. I do want to give Paladins its due. It is getting good reviews on Steam as well. Because if they came out with a half-assed Overwatch clone, people wouldn't like it. But they did actually make a pretty decent game.
It's a weird mix. It's kind of
it's interesting.
It's hard to compare because it's like Elder Scrolls Legends came out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's actually out yet. I think it's still in beta.
No, yeah, still in beta.
But I played the beta, and it's very, very, very much like Hearthstone.
Yeah.
But I think it does enough unique to Hearthstone to make it its own game. But it's obviously, at the core, almost the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And it's weird to compare games like that. So, Paladins is at its core the same thing, but they add some things that Overwatch doesn't have to make it unique. So is that enough? You know what I mean? Because it has mounts to run back into combat quick. It has a card system.
That's the thing that it was when I saw the trailer and I saw the to dislike ratio, and then I'm like, it's out on Steam now in open beta. I have to download this. It's not a big file. I have to immediately play this because I have to know what the hell this is. And I went to the Steam page, and to my surprise, out of 8,000 reviews, overwhelmingly positive was the rating, and that's usually there's no negatives. And I read that, I'm like, wow, what is that? I was expecting to see the same reaction I saw on YouTube, oh, this fucking Overwatch ripoff, and most of the reviews acknowledge that it's very similar to Overwatch, but that there is the card system which allows you to build a certain way with a character. Let's say you play the sniper. The sniper class doesn't play too much like Widowmaker. Doesn't look like Widowmaker either. There are some exceptions in character designs that don't look like no Overwatch character and play like no other Overwatch character. They do have some unique things. That's why it's kind of frustrating that like they didn't just go like, okay, even if they had these designs originally, at least change the way they look. Like, so you didn't get that initial, or maybe it was on purpose, marketing. You know, Overwatch is in the public eye right now. Why not throw a Torbjorn? What harm can be done? It's a free game. People are going to download and check it out. Lure people in and go, what is this Overwatch clone? And download and go, hey, it's actually kind of fun. You know, it's worked on me. Because I was expecting to rip this game to shreds playing it. I was up here with Nick, and we're just cracking our ass off with this trailer. And then I download it, and I'm playing it. And then Nick's like, hey, but actually it's kind of fun. And I'm like, yeah, it is kind of fun. And I played it for another 5 hours. I'm like, this is actually really fun. I'm like, I like this game. And, you know, and then you read the reaction. So, like, people do acknowledge that it has very Overwatchy roots, but the way you build your characters with the cards, the way you buy items throughout the game, like a MOBA, the way you mount up to get to your objective faster is very MOBA-like. The way you unlock characters is very MOBA-like. It's very much a MOBA team shooter.
You gotta buy items?
What's up?
You gotta buy items throughout the game?
Sort of.
I'm out.
It's not as extensive as like a MOBA. Like
that's like the main reason I can't get into Dota.
It's kind of like
because I don't know how to buy.
Yeah,
items,
no, there's way
right?
too much in MOBAs. That's why I don't play MOBAs either. That's why I like Smite. That's why High Res. I think like when it comes to MOBAs, I like High Res Studios the best because Smite's item buying system is made for dummies. Like you could be that is MOBA for dummies when it comes to buying items because like you can set your items before you even enter the match. So as you're playing, it just auto buys them for you, and you can just keep playing like a dumbass. Like, yeah, no, it's great. Opposed to Dota, where like I'll forget to buy an item like 20 minutes into the match.
You need it.
Like I'll be on top of things like this, like oh I'm buying this, but then I'll be like oh fuck you, I'll get really into it, and I'll forget to buy items, and I'll be so weak, and it's like whatever. With Paladins, as you're playing, like let's say you're playing the sniper and you just want to do a lot of damage. There's only like 4 lines of items. Like oh these are attack items, defense items. Like health regeneration and whatever, and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna do more damage, buy that item. Oh, I'm gonna do this, buy that, and then you just upgrade those 4 throughout the rest of the match. It's super simple. Even if you don't buy them, you're fine. It's not like a MOBA where you're required. It's a 40-minute match, and if you don't build your character, you're gonna lose. These matches aren't that long.
That's like you need to do that in Battleborn.
Yeah,
you need to level up because like level.
They're MOBA length.
You get like an ultimate
matches.
when you level up high enough, pretty much.
Interesting. Well,
it's like it's on a timer.
Well, since I didn't know it was coming to console, you'll be able to check it out. We'll be able to play it together. I do want to show you guys around on the PC version a bit one of these days. We'll sit down and we'll play and we'll pick out all the Overwatch similarities. But yeah, Battleborn should go free to play. Randy Pitchford, if you're watching this, buddy, just let it go. Evolve, let it go. And Evolve on PC is doing great now. Let it go. Let it go or give people a reason to buy your game. You know, that's fine.
Calm your balls.
Calm your balls, Pitchford. If you're listening.
They're everywhere.
Pick up your nuts, dude. It's okay. It's okay to hold your pride.
Just sack them up and...
Sack them up. Sack them up, buddy. Oh, God. Oh, God. Anyway, there's some big Destiny 2 rumors that have hit the internet, which all sound pretty great. I don't know them all by hand. I was going to put them in front of me, but I didn't.
I think the big ones, it's big rumors that it's going to be on PC.
That's the biggest thing, I think.
That's definitely the biggest one.
It's
because it's not held back by the PS3 and the Xbox 360. It'll be able to perform on everything.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to have any bad feelings about that. I'm still going to play it on console.
Dude, the more people who get to play this game, the better. Because I'm going to say right now, bold prediction! Bold prediction, baby. Destiny 2 is going to be a 10 out of 10. And fuck you if you don't think so.
I don't think so.
Fuck you!
No, I agree. I definitely, they released Vanilla Destiny in the midst of just serious problems.
That was a sad, bare bones effort.
Was that the first thing they did post, after 343 left?
That was Bungie's first big old game post Halo.
Yeah.
Lot to prove.
And so, a lot of shit went down in the studio at the time, and they got a lot cut, added it later, but...
You read about the development of that game, that was a fucking shit show. People are fired, people are coming in, stories getting hacked out.
They spent more money on advertising
strikes getting
than
ripped out. I'm pretty sure the first 2 DLC packs were supposed to be in the game.
They bought out the east side of Times Square for an ad.
Yeah.
The budget of Destiny 1 was insane.
Yeah.
Most of it was advertising.
And it's just, exactly. Unfortunately, a lot of it got torn apart.
Yeah. So
there was a problem with the composer.
Activision's the main reason why I ended up not playing Destiny.
Yeah.
But Vanilla Destiny did get something
Greasy
right.
hands in there.
It got gunplay and
balls.
sounds.
There are balls in this.
Sound effects and
Greasy
music.
balls.
They just got it all so right. So when they came around the next year and did the Taken King, and literally just improved everything else about the game and made
Yeah.
it like a full, complete game.
Yeah.
I like really got my faith in it. So now we're playing Rise of Iron. Came out last week. And they've jumped on and they've done a little bit more with the game. Now the people that made Rise of Iron are the live team.
Yeah.
They're not
smaller
like the
team.
main devs. They're the devs.
Rise
who
of
did, like, the
Iron
small
wasn't supposed
things.
to happen. Destiny 2 got delayed. And they went, we got to make something for the next year to keep people like occupied, because of the delay. Because Destiny 2 is supposed to come out this month.
Yeah.
September of 2016 was Destiny 2's original. They delayed it a year. It'll come out next fall, which is good. More time on the game's great. I'm glad they recognize that and then just push it out and be like, oh, look at the expanded Destiny 2. No, they're like, we gotta fucking make sure this thing is solid as hell because of what happened. It's a second shot at another retail release. Taken King came out retail and then Destiny the Collection came out retail with all the DLC and whatever. But this is like the next big fresh start at a retail release. So they know they gotta knock one out of the park.
And I have faith that they know what the problem with the original game was, and they're going to do everything they can.
Well, yeah,
and the rumors coming out are saying they're working on not even just like continuing to make it good, but adding whole new things that make it almost a different game,
making the game,
but in a good way.
Actually,
feel like a living world.
Yeah. And make it seamless. One of the rumors I read, and it excites me as a WoW player and as like a player of every other game that has these kind of features, is that let's say you want to go to a strike, or let's say you want to do Crucible, let's say you want to queue up for anything you're doing, be it a raid, be it whatever, you're going to be able to do that while also still doing whatever you're doing. And then it will zone you out, like in WoW, it'll let you know, oh, your strike has popped, and you can join it. Presumably that's how it's going to work. They're going for more of that seamless, like...
It seems they're like actually trying to build a world.
Yeah.
Instead of just, jump over to Venus, and Venus is this designated area of maps where you can go to places.
There's a bunch of blinking blips on the map, and you can do some boring missions on them.
It seems they're trying to work on like a full hub, where you can maybe even just drive up to the strike and do it.
They did say there's going to be... Like they're
like
looking to make the patrols.
Integration.
They're looking to make the patrols like
something that's actually interesting.
More of a like public space, and that there's going to be like towns and like little hubs with like actual people at them, like NPCs as well, instead of just like, oh, nobody's on Earth at all. Like nobody's around. Like nobody's.
Like if you see anybody, it's in a social space or in cutscenes, and that is it.
Like,
in base testing.
Nobody else exists. Everyone lives on the tower, and that's it. That's the only place people are living. I guess maybe in the lore. I don't know, but they didn't tell me that in the game, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, Destiny has incredible lore, but it's
lore.
all hidden in the Grimoire, which isn't even accessible in game.
It's like, go to our wiki to read everything.
And like some of the stories I've read are really, really great. So I really hope they try and actually put it in the game.
It's like you're playing Destiny, and the way you're consuming the story is the way that you're consuming the story of Witcher 1 and 2 before you play 3 for the first time. Let's go to the wiki and get all the stuff. And it's like, go to the Grimoire and just get all the stuff. Yeah. It's like, but I'm playing the game. This is the first game. Just give me the stuff. Like, so I think that's one of the biggest complaints with Destiny 1 is that the story is not in the game for the most part. There is story in the game, but you're not getting a story.
There's not
you're doing the things.
In the base game, you can't call it a story. You can call it a story in the Taken King. They did well with that.
Yeah.
Rise of Iron, you can call it a story, but you can also call it way too short.
Dude, I could finish Rise of Iron story the amount of time it takes me to take a shit.
That's not even a joke.
No, it's not a joke at all.
It's like 5 missions. And the first and last mission are both...
I don't know which one to be worried about, the story or
first...
taking a shit.
That's an hour shit!
The first and last mission are really great, and it's a shame they didn't like pad it out a little more.
Yeah, I got you.
But overall, I still really like the expansion, so...
Yeah, a lot of the rumors are good. I don't have them all on hand, but a lot of the things that I'm reading are like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice too. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I can see why this is delayed. This is great.
Yeah, I have confidence that it'll be a good product when it releases.
So Jose, you played Destiny at launch. You're you're really looking forward to this game. You loved the beta. You got the game. You were obsessed with it for a little while. Then you realized, wait a second, there's nothing to do in this game. So you stopped playing it forever. Haven't played any of the DLCs. Just kind of put Destiny down forever. What are your thoughts towards going towards Destiny 2? You're going to give it a shot? You're going to wait and see what it looks like? Are you going to wait and see when it comes out? Or are you going to watch the E3 stuff, get hyped again? Like, oh, fucking holy shit, look at that. Are you going to check out any of the Destiny DLC leading up to it? Maybe get a vibe, maybe see how they've improved it to kind of see for yourself how much better Destiny has gotten since it's coming out? Because it has. If you're on the fence, check out Taken King, check out Rise of Iron. If you haven't bought Destiny at all, get a collection for $60 at your local store. It's great. It comes with all the DLC. Great value. Get all the guns you want.
Not a great value to me. And here's why. Like you said, I was excited when I played the alpha and the beta. And then, so I went and I bought the fucking $100 one. So I got the season pass. And that's where the anger took place. Was because everything that should have been in there wasn't, and I ended up paying $40 extra for it.
Yeah.
And now I got to pay another $80 to pay the stuff that is making the game better, and that's not what I want to do. So if someone wants to give me that DLC, I'll gladly take it. Or if they decide to drop each one to $20, I will gladly buy it. But other than that, I want to try it because I have heard nothing but good things of everything that got added, all the changes and everything. And I did enjoy Destiny. It had great fun gunplay. Visually, it was very nice. It was a fun game until I got to the super bullet sponges and doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's like being trapped in your house your entire life and you can't leave, and you can't buy anything new. So like you don't like you're 25 years old and you don't have any new toys.
Digital
you can't go down the
downloads
street.
don't
Nothing.
work.
Yeah, you can't do anything. You just all you have is this space to work with, and you can't go anywhere else. And that's what it felt like to me, and that's why I dropped it. So I'm looking forward to Destiny 2.
I can agree with that because I bought the vanilla game and I didn't buy any of the DLC. So when the Dark Below came out, I just dropped the game. There's no reason to play it because the dailies were from the Dark Below. You know, most of the content I got locked out from, and so I dropped the game until the expansion came out, and I didn't buy the expansion right away. Like the Taken King, I actually posted a message on Facebook to see if anybody got it, and this guy responded, and that's genuinely the Taken King. Like made this friendship happen.
Thanks, Bungie. They're responsible for the Mixed Pixel podcast.
Yeah.
Put this in your fucking
way.
game. Put this in your fucking grimoire. I'm Oryx, you little bitch. Wait, is his name Oryx?
Oryx, yeah, it's Oryx.
Yeah.
He's dead now, though.
He's dead. I'm dead. What do you say, Jose? I think you're gonna say something. I think I heard you go,
Yeah, I want to meet Nathan Fillion.
Yeah?
He did the voice in there, right?
They actually gave him a role
he's a big part of Taken King.
in the sequel, yeah.
Yeah,
And then they didn't in Rise of Iron.
he was in Vanilla for like a few lines, like, "Hey, Guardian, hey,
Yeah.
you're a hunter. I want some fucking sweet purple."
Actually,
box."
I love his lines, like the lines when you just walk past him, he's just like, take me with you.
Yeah.
Like he hates being stuck
He's
in the tower.
really
It's
great in there.
funny.
It makes me proud to be a hunter in that
Yeah.
game because I get the best like class leader
Mm-hmm.
in K6, so that's awesome. I've grown to like Destiny's become, and it's weird because when I think back on it, when I look back on it, and then I listen to what you say about like you pay $100 for the season pass, and like that's too much money for what they even offered up front. Because even with Dark Below and House of Wolves, that's not $100 worth of content to my eyes. And you can
You got some short campaigns. You did get one raid, and then House of Wolves gave you an arena. But
you can look at it like, oh, but you could play that for hundreds of hours. But no, I'm looking at the sheer list of things that are in there. Like, yeah, I got maybe $100 worth of time out. Oh, $1 an hour. That's really great value. It's like, well, maybe if I'm doing the same thing, bashing my head against the wall, I pay $1 to hit my head off the wall 100 hours in a row. It's not good value. It's whatever. So it's funny when I think back on it, when somebody asks me now, like Destiny is probably one of my favorite shooters of the gen, probably one of my favorite shooters ever as a whole. When I think back at like the amount of stuff I've done and with King's Fall and with the amount of time we spent in it, like with Taken King and all the strikes and the way they've improved the strikes and the way how good it feels to play and how much I've been a big Bungie fan my whole life, being able to play a good Bungie game again that isn't a bushed ass piece of shit Halo but 343 is nice to be able to play a game in a similar vein with Bungie's encounter design. Which wasn't very good at launch, which was what baffled me the most about Destiny's launch, is that Halo through Halo 3 had incredible encounter design with amazing AI throughout its campaign. You play the thing on Legendary, it was like fighting real human beings. It was amazing. Then you play the vanilla Destiny, and it's like, what, the same guys make this? I doubt it. They're gone, probably. I don't know where they're at. Hiding and fired. Shit down a shoot, whatever. But as you play it, why it's become my favorite shooter of the gen is because that, like, it's almost like those guys were let out of the closet or something. Like, you guys can come out now. And they go, you can design encounters again? Like, and it's like, I guess. And now everything from Taken King forward, it's like, you do some of those strikes, like even some of the new strikes on Rise of Iron, like with the last boss of that one, with the ogre, the blind ogre, and then the boss is using his eye to shoot laser beams, but he's still kind of coming at you because with his senses. Like, that fight's super hectic and fun. It's an amazingly designed encounter. And, like, those kinds of encounters you don't get too often in shooters. And it really has that Bungie feel that I used to feel in Halo. So, like, as I'm playing this, I'm like, this is great. They really made Destiny something great. But, to Jose's point, I almost said to Halo's point. To Jose's point,
Joselo.
he paid $100 on launch for this. What I have paid, because I didn't buy the season pass, I paid $6 for Destiny. I paid $20 for Dark Below. I paid $20 for
House of Wolves.
House of Wolves. It's $100, and I paid $40 for Taken King, and then $30 for Rise of Iron. I paid $170 for the current Destiny experience.
And someone can go and spend $60. Now,
Someone
it is
can-
a couple years after release, so
Yeah.
it's fair that it should be cheap.
And it's the thing of, like, you know,
But-
you can use the same argument with World of Warcraft. Is like, my whole life I played WoW. I spent $40 on World of Warcraft, $15 on the second month, $15 on the successive month, on the next successive month for like a year and a half, $15 every month, and then $40 for Burning Crusade. I'm up to a lot of money right now. $15 successive month, another $15. Then I bought Wrath of the Lich King for $40. I'm up to even more money right now. Then I spent more money on monthly subscriptions, and then Cataclysm, even more money right now. Then some more months of subscription. Then I paid $40 for Mist of Pandaria. I'm up to even more money right now. And I quit for a while. I'm put some more money on some months. Then Worlds of Draenor was up to $50. What the hell, Blizzard? I'm up to even a lot of them. I'm up to thousands. Then you take a break a little bit, buy Legion, another $50. $15, whatever. Some more months. I've been playing for 2 months. That's another $30. So, a lot of money. Someone right now can go to Amazon and buy World of Warcraft on sale for $10 and get every single expansion up to Legion for free. I spent thousands of dollars on this game, Blizzard. So I guess, as time goes on, old content does get merged in and passed in. But, when you think about Destiny's only 2 years old.
But see, and I even got a better deal than you because I skipped
Yes.
the original things. I traded in my original Destiny towards the Taken King.
And then they give it to you for this Taken King price, and it came with everything?
So I bought the Taken King at a discount. I bought it for must have been $20 because it was $40, right?
That Activision money, baby.
And yeah, got House of Wolves, Taken King,
Overtime.
a new copy of Vanilla, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Dark Below, just everything. And then $30 this year for Rise of Iron.
Yeah. So, I can look at it it took that much money for... Maybe my comparison to WoW isn't a good comparison, because WoW was really great. WoW was great from the get-go anyway.
Yeah.
Destiny, I had to pay all this money to get good Destiny.
And so, the best deal is definitely the current one, though.
Yeah. No, yeah,
if you're paying $60 for all this content, when the content that just came out is half that price.
If you had never played Destiny before, and you were interested in it, after all the hoopla... and then hearing that's great and whatever, and knowing that you can spend $60 right off the bat and get all of this stuff, oh yeah, it's one of the best deals around right now. If you don't own any iteration of it, if you've already bought the game, maybe, yeah, the collection is a good deal as a standalone. I never played Destiny before. I don't own it. What is this game? What is this game you're playing? What is this game everyone's yelling about? I think it's interesting the public perception of Destiny and how it's changed over the years, over the last 2 years.
But not on internet comments.
You couldn't go anywhere without hearing about how bad Destiny was, and they were all right.
It's not quite as overwhelming anymore, but yeah, even anytime it's commented on, there's just comments like, oh, people still play this game.
People still hate on Elder Scrolls Online, which is a little strange to me.
People will hate on anything though.
I don't understand that. You go in the comments, whenever on the Bethesda YouTube channel, whenever
You see, there's a lot of anger being thrown at Overwatch lately, which is weird.
Why?
I don't know. I was looking into Paladins.
Are they Paladins
Some
fans?
Paladins, yeah. These people are
You
crazy
fuckers
Paladins
copied
fans.
Paladins.
They're just like, oh, Overwatch is for casuals, and the characters aren't even that inspired. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
I have a hatchet conspiracy theory. All these developers are working together. Give press to their respective games. The only ones I left out of the group meeting was Gearbox. Blizzard and Hi-Rez got together and oh, let's do this. And then Gearbox is looking from hey, I could do that too. They're copying some of the drawings. yeah. And they go, I got to meet with Blizzard and Hi-Rez. This is great. And I was like, Randy, no, you didn't. And he's like, yes, I did. I got all this. Yeah, I'm friends with those guys. Look, I got all these text messages. And it's just hey guys. And he didn't respond to any of them. Blizzard has seen this. Whatever has seen this. And, oh, Randy, you gotta cool it. And he's like, nah, man, they're my best friends. We were designing games together. It's a trilogy. Battleborn, Paladins, and Overwatch. Now, look what happened. Randy? Look what happened, Randall.
Randall the Vandal.
Randall the Vandal. I have a topic for you guys today. I was walking to the grocery store to pick up some chips with some of my good buddies the other day. 2 days ago.
Was that not us?
Wednesday. It wasn't you guys.
We're not your good buddies?
Nope. You're just my work colleagues. I have no respect for these guys. Work only. Work only. Walking in the grocery store, talking to your brother about his disappointment with some of the way the Star Ocean side quests are laid out. And he brought up that he sees it as a trend in a lot of modern JRPGs, because I think he said one of the Tales games did this too. And yes, I noticed it as well playing the first Xenoblade. It's one of the things that turned me off with the first Xenoblade is the idea of like getting your side quests from like a board in a town, and instead of getting them from like
An NPC?
people or characters,
Like in The Witcher?
yeah, like giving you things. And he was talking about, you know, like he goes to these, every town he gets to, he goes to the board, he just loads up on quests, and like there's no real attachment to any of these quests. You know, it's just you know, stock up on them. Most of them are kill monsters, do this, pick up my seeds, whatever, you know. But you know, and you know, it's overwhelming, and there's no real incentive to do them aside from the fact that, you know, if I don't do these, I might be underleveled. Opposed to the way you'd get side quests in old JRPGs. Like, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time right now, and, you know, every new town I get to, it's like, there's not all these fucking markers telling me, oh, there's a side quest over here, oh, there's a thing over here. Yeah, it's like, I want to actually talk to these people, and then, as you're talking to me, it's like, oh, this is going to be a side quest, this is cool, and you know, learn about these people, and pick up on them, and not to say that the way modern quests and side quests work, you can't provide that, because obviously, you know, if the developer's smart, they'll put that in, but they'll also put a story attached to it. But seemingly a lot of them are just fodder. Like, I played Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii. I hated that game. I'm sorry if anyone likes that game. That game was exhausting me 10 hours in. I couldn't take it. You get to a town, and there's exclamation points fucking everywhere. There's a board with exclamation points on it. And you load up on these side quests, and there's no meaningful story. Just some old lady like, oh, I really need some acorns. And it's like, what the fuck do I care? I'm trying to save the world right now. My old sonny Johnny needs a little bit of blue ether. And it's like, does he have legs? Like, is the blue ether to get him legs so he can get his own fucking blue ether next week? Like, why am I doing this? And you stock up on them, and the quests are named like Blue Ether 1. And then you know there's another one. You hand her, I might need a little more. That's where I draw the line, lady. And you have the option to not do these, but it's a really boring fucking way to do side quests. And it's not inventive at all. I'd rather them just not be in there. Just give me more experience for the main stuff so I don't have to grind these pieces of shit. It's bad design. Your story is already 60 hours. You don't pad it out with Blue Ether 1, 2, and 3. Cool it. But a lot of people feel, and maybe this isn't the opinion a lot of people share about the side quests, and that's why I want to ask you guys. Because I've seen this happen with MMOs. I've seen this happen with the way a lot of games cater their stream of content to people nowadays. Is that it's a lot easier to see everything. A lot of people want to get the platinum. A lot of people want to get the 1,000 gamer score. A lot of people want to be able to get everything for their money out of a game, instead of something being locked behind either a hard piece of content or maybe something they might have missed. Like, oh man, I gotta go back and do that, fuck you, you know? Like, well, you should have poked around, and you know what? I think it's special that maybe there's gonna be one thing in a game that not everybody gets to see. But nowadays, you know, the developers make it possible that you're able to kind of get everything, because everything's marked for you. What do you think of that? Oh man, the display is gone. That's not gonna fuck with anything, it's just the display is gone. Rob, if you can get up and jiggle the mouse. Just in case.
So, Jose, what do you think about side quests?
I just want to watch you jiggle that mouse.
Jiggle that mouse, baby!
Oh, you took your hat off.
Yeah, when's your hat been off? Just now? Oh, we're back in the New York groove, baby. Anyway, it's a concept of, like, you know, I don't want to be that guy who's, oh, games are holding your hand more. Games make it easier to see everything. But I also kind of like the idea of maybe not everybody getting to see everything. But do you think it's unfair to have stuff locked behind either an NPC who didn't tell you he had a quest, but if you had the, like, curiosity to talk to them, you maybe got a cool weapon out of it, or a cool story, or something hidden or unique?
I think it's a cool idea, but I definitely think I'd like to know. At least, maybe not before talking to them, but once I talk to them. Like bring up The Witcher 3 as an example. Like, you go around, and a lot of your quests do come from boards, but even when you get them from boards, like Monster Hunts, you still go and find this person.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, oh, there's a bear in the woods, go kill it. It's like, every single side quest in that game is a quest.
There's a story.
That has its own, like, full story, and some of them are really, like
that's kind of
there's
like
one about a werewolf that just ended up being, like, all these different layers.
That's the example in my head when I was saying,
one of
like,
the early ones where, like, the sister goes missing or whatever. That was a really,
and it's a really great quest, and it's just a side quest. And what amazes me about that is I came from Fallout 4 into Witcher 3, and Fallout 4's side quests are really lacking. Like, there's a good handful of, like, really great side quests, But then there's so many that are just like, oh, there's raiders over there. Go take care of them, and that's it. You do it. You get paid.
Blue Ether 1.
Exactly. A little more exciting than Blue Ether, but it's just, and then you get those quests all the time, and then there's the Radiant quests in Fallout 4. Where it's like, oh, another settlement needs your help.
But
they'll never stop needing.
But
your
there's
help.
those reliance on Radiant quests.
And I appreciate the use of Radiant quests to keep content going, especially if you're like really getting into a game. Like playing the hardcore difficulty and stuff. Yeah. But like, don't take away from the rest of your quests just for the Radiant quests. Like the Radiant quests are nice to have there, but they can't replace side quests. So I went from like some of the lackluster writing in Fallout 4 to Witcher 3, where every side quest is really great, and I actually finished the latest expansion without.
Well, let's say the Witcher 3 didn't have quest markers and didn't let you know, but there would be quests on boards
some of them,
or at NPCs.
Well, that's what I was just about to say. Actually,
like
you don't always know about side quests.
Mm-hmm.
There was this one side quest I saw like a part of it on Reddit.
Yeah.
And I finished the latest DLC that it was supposed to be in, and I never found it. So I looked it up, and it's just like this random question mark on the map, not even near a town, that you just go out there and starts a quest.
Yeah.
So, like, that's cool that you can just stumble upon a quest like that, but I'd also like some way to know, maybe not until completing the game or something, but I'd like some way to know where the quests are, because what you have in The Witcher is just tons of question marks on your map. And you go to those, but there's a multitude of things in it. There can be a treasure hunt, there can be just monster nests, all sorts of things. So you don't know which one's going to be a quest. There's hundreds of these things.
I guess it's possible, too, for like...
So I'd like at least an in-game tracker, maybe?
Yeah.
Because no one likes missing out.
No, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
That's my argument, is that a lot of people get mad. That like, oh, what? There was that quest there? It's like, I mean, that NPC was there. You could have talked to him.
I think in general it all depends on the style of the game, though.
Yeah.
Like, there's some games where it makes sense to be able to miss a quest, and other games where it'd just be really disappointing.
Yeah.
Maybe just give you an option.
To turn off quest markers, or to turn off...
That'd be cool, yeah. I think self-immersion is a great thing to do in a lot of games, actually.
Yeah.
To really, like, enjoy them more. Like, survival difficulty in Fallout 4 makes it an entirely different game. Because you gotta get water, you gotta get food. If you see 5 raiders up the road, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna win this fight easy. It's like, oh, God, they might kill me. And then my progress goes all the way back to the last time I slept. And so, and even just setting your own rules in games. So anything like that is actually really cool.
I get you. Yeah. I didn't mean to imply that all games are doing that nowadays.
Yeah,
one way or the other. Because a lot of RPGs do tell you that there's quests everywhere. Most of them do. And even JRPGs. A lot of JRPGs have gone the way of the dog when it comes to their side quest system. But, I guess you can have it both ways, too. You can have a message board with boring side quests, but also put meaningful ones in the game. Mm-hmm. But I just think it's so much easier for a lot of devs to probably just go, well, they're just side quests. Dump them all on a board and make them pick up seeds.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah. So
you guys don't deserve a job.
I do feel for your brother playing that and having to... Because I know he is the same way as I am. When it comes to anything like that in a game, it's getting done. That's why I couldn't play Xenoblade anymore. Because, like, people are like, you don't have to do them, but, like, no, look.
Did you ever finish Mad Max?
No. Again, open world games are my crux, man. Like, I can't fucking beat them because they're just...
That game asked a lot of you.
And I have that issue, too. And that's why I lied to myself, said I was going to retire. I was going to retire Battlefield until Battlefield 1 came out, but I played it last night. I told you, I can't put that fucking game away. But, I want to finish all these games, and it bothers me because like I'm like with Arkham Knight, which I'm still playing, and I'm like 70% complete with the main story.
You got to get it all done, man.
I see all this other shit, and I will never do all the Riddler stuff, anyways.
Oh no.
So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna say fuck it.
That's an example. I beat that game, and unless you get all the Riddler trophies and beat the Riddler, you don't see the true ending of the game.
Oh yeah. My dad was pissed about it.
I looked it up.
He did too.
You gotta do all the Riddler stuff. You gotta do all the Deathstroke stuff.
He looked it up
on
YouTube.
So I just looked it up.
Because he did just about everything.
I'm glad we're in a day and age where I can do that, because
the
Riddler trophies I think are a cool addition to the game, but not something that I ever want.
That's an example.
Now when you have to collect 400 fucking trophies.
Yeah.
And all this other shit. No.
That's an example of hiding something like, oh man, something not everybody might get to see behind something trash. Like. Oh man, there's this really cool side quest you might not get to see if you don't do this or you don't talk about whatever. That's cool, it's a little piece of the game that if people put the effort towards it, they get to see it, whatever. But then, like, you putting the true ending behind some
Yeah.
fucking shitty collectibles. Like,
I mean,
what are you doing?
That's like some PlayStation 1 stuff right there.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to see the real ending of Spyro? Go collect everything.
Collect every bit and bobble. You got.
And
You
then
got.
I did.
And like it wouldn't be too bad if the number wasn't so ridiculous.
Yes, exactly. There's so many trophies.
This
and
what is like 436.
it's
or
not,
something
yeah,
like
and it's
that.
not like Assassin's Creed. We just run around and pick them up.
Yeah.
Like almost all of them are puzzles that you got to solve, which is cool again.
Yeah.
But there's so many.
Not 400 of them.
Yeah.
What is the most
80,
tedious?
sure,
What is
but-
the most tedious thing that you've ever done and completed for just like the sheer fact of like, oh, I gotta complete this. Like the thing that you look back on and go like, why did I even bother completing that? You know, like
I want to
like,
say
whether
I
it's a
want to say I feel like I did it
collectible
in Watch Dogs.
Fuck.
Because I 100% in Watch Dogs because I was just close and I was like, well, I might as well. One of them was a drinking game where you have to like move your analog sticks into these circles, and the final levels were nearly impossible. They actually brought the difficulty down in a patch because no one could get that trophy. And what I do like about like the grindy like 100% completion quests though is that it's perfect for podcast listening.
Yeah.
Like Mixed Pixel podcast.
Hey, play boring games. You too can listen to our show. No, I like to play loot games. I'll listen to podcasts. Those are my easy listening. Like, let's put a podcast on and just shoot some stuff in Destiny and get some juicy gushers with guns in them. Somebody at Bungie were like, how do we design the engram to make it satisfying?
Well, no,
Well,
Bungie hired a behavioral analyst
That's creepy.
when they designed that game
That's creepy.
to design these things in a way that would keep people coming back to
Yeah,
it. They actually did that.
They know we like gushers. That's what I'm getting at. Like, somebody at Bungie was like, dude, like, what's so satisfying to bite into? I like fruit snacks, but I like when there's juice in them. Oh, gushers, yeah. Like,
And that's why the
look
engrams
exactly
look like
gushers. They look exactly like gushers. When they drop, my brain, that's why my brain is so, it gets like a high when you see these engrams drop. It's
God.
like,
If you ever have a Destiny party, you just fill a bowl with gushers and another
gushers.
bowl with chocolate coins.
I'm surprised Activision hasn't partnered with gushers. They partner with Mountain Dew and all these other companies. Like, oh, get a secret code with your
The
gushers.
worst thing is
Get an exotic gusher in your pack
they
and you
did that
win.
they did that with Red Bull. They partnered with Red Bull for a code. The worst thing is I would buy those gushers.
Dude, if like you have a chance to get a yellow exotic gusher and then you win something.
No, I wouldn't even have to win. I'd buy those if it said Destiny. I'd buy those fucking gushers.
like the Cryptarch was on the box. Like, yeah.
Like you have a chance to win something like so minor, I'd buy it. Maybe not if there was nothing.
So
Yeah.
they hired behavioral analysts.
Behavioral analysts to
Just to
figure
hook
out
you
what
in.
people liked and what kept people coming back.
And they figured out it
And
was
gushers was on the
And
whiteboard
Gushers, yeah,
in big
Gushers.
words.
Gushers was number one.
Like, what do people like? Gushers.
All right, now what flavor of gushers do people like? Yellow. That's definitely not true. I don't know.
No,
This doesn't follow through all the way.
I don't think they make yellow gushers.
I hope not. That's not
It's
law.
mostly I always see blue, purple, dark maroon.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a bad stool.
Kind of like this one.
That's the, yeah. Sorry about that stool. It's not comfortable in the slightest. Next time we'll swap chairs because I'm sitting up like this anyway. I might even.
I'll
sit
probably
back
bring a
on my
chair
chair.
next.
Yeah.
This isn't so great.
We're just
Yeah, sorry.
Bill's gonna go missing for weeks. We're not gonna hear from him,
We're gonna vote him off.
and then we're gonna come up here and we're gonna find him just playing Destiny constantly offline, like showing up, appearing offline, with a tub full of gushers, and listening to the Marilyn Manson discography on
That's
repeat.
how I got this physical form. You know? A lot of I think the most tedious thing I've ever done in a game has probably been grinding, crafting, and fletching. And no, it was just crafting. Didn't need fletching for this. And RuneScape. RuneScape's like the king of tedium.
Yeah.
Old school RuneScape is.
RuneScape is grinding.
The king of tedium. Like that game just takes it and like brings it to the next level because everything is just getting a skill up, getting a skill up, getting a skill up, getting a skill up, getting a
Chop
skill up,
trees
getting a
all
skill up.
day.
But you get that skill up,
The
it
only-
takes more XP. And
The
like,
only interesting thing that will happen today is a random event and the people you talk to.
yeah. And so it's like, you know, why did I do that stuff? I like seeing numbers go up.
Yep. Actually, I feel like Destiny actually would be a vanilla Destiny, and even post vanilla Destiny. There's getting the sword quest, where you literally have to do a chest farm, where you just gotta go in circles to get these materials because you couldn't buy them back then.
That was worth it though.
True. There was a good payoff. It wasn't just a
Like it was tedious.
It wasn't just a fancy
and
trophy
I,
on my.
And I don't look back on
account
it
because
and
I
go,
actually did
oh, I
get a
wish I
sword."
didn't do that.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was worth it because that sword is badass. The exotic sword, correct? Well,
No, it was the regular swords, which you could up. No, you got the regular swords and then you did that to upgrade. I don't remember because I have them all now. But
I don't remember how it went either, to be honest.
yeah, there was some tedious grinding in Destiny for sure, but for the most part, I enjoyed it.
Typically,
Just
grinding shouldn't be
the
tedious.
material grinding and grinding anytime, unless it's in the club, because we do that.
Mixed Pixel appears at the club DJing every night. We do our podcast live at Alibaba Resort. Alibaba's a wonderful resort in downtown Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. They've got wonderful natural hot springs that you can dip and soak in while listening to us talk about games live.
Yeah, I'm watching people fight in the background.
Yeah, fight in the hot spring. That's my hot spring! And they kill everybody. Yeah! So anyway, we're coming to the close of the show. This is where we get to talk about things we've been doing or seeing or looking at or having a good time with over the last time that we've been over the last... usually I'm saying over the last week, but we didn't do this last week. Over the last 2 weeks. So Jose, I'm going to start with you. You get to nominate and recommend one thing that you've been reading, watching, playing, eating, feeling, smelling. Since the last time we've done this.
Myself.
Go! Is it yourself?
Yes, touch me.
You heard it here first.
No, don't do that.
Oh.
Don't touch me. It won't end well. I don't know.
I think it would.
I don't know
Well,
if I've. I don't know if I've done. There we go.
That's good.
Wait till the camera gets off. It won't end well
We
then.
can sell this. We're in a post-Brazzers world now. We can sell all this. Sorry. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever done on Mixed Pixel. I was like, it's flagged.
Gross pixel. We're gonna make you feel uncomfortable and you'll love it. You slurped.
Yeah.
You slurped a little bit.
I'm good.
Mixed Pixel.
Oh,
Anyway.
what a treat.
What a treat
What
that
a
was.
treat. I don't know. I mean, I had to unfortunately get rid of a lot of the books that I was reading, or stop getting them rather, because I wasn't reading them. So now I'm only down to Batman and Green Arrow.
Oh, no! Sorry.
I've only been watching Justified. And,
Keep going.
And I finished Mr. Robot Season 2 because that ended and that was really good.
Trying to make it home. Some pissed off. Being those long haul times ago.
Without the lyrics, that song's actually not too bad.
Yeah.
And I like the way they always work it into the intro.
Yeah.
It's like just something crazy happens and just kind of...
Boom, boom. It's the theme song to Justify, by the way, if anyone's wondering.
I did, however, recently, which I have with me, finally recharge my Vita.
You gave
That's
that thing
about
more
it.
support than Sony ever did.
PlayStation Nation, baby. My heart beats for you.
For
Pride has broken
the
my
audience
Vita.
or for PlayStation?
For PlayStation.
Okay,
Not for you.
okay. That's not nice.
I don't fucking love anybody
That is not a treat.
out there in this audience.
That is not a treat at all.
I love this sheet.
Yeah, I started Final Fantasy Tactics with Alliance, which I never played.
What's the battle theme?
I don't know.
Oh.
I started at work during my break, which is probably a bad idea.
Did you get any battles yet?
Then in the beginning there's a battle, but you don't control. You control.
You
one
just watch
character.
it go? Yeah,
control
one
one
of those
character.
tutorials.
And I just bought Pro Evo 2017. That's it. That's literally all I've done since the last time. There's a lot of Justified.
I'm doing 5 out of 7's battle music.
That's a good one.
Rob, what have you been watching, playing, reading?
Was that it? Those three? Well, we already talked about Destiny. Destiny is what I've been doing mostly, but I'm gonna move on to something else since we talked about that a lot. I played the Dragon Quest Builders demo.
Ooh!
There's a new rap song that they do that sound. Apparently, it's a female rapper.
They also
it doesn't sound like
Dragon
it,
Quest
but
Builders.
she goes, ooh. I'm not. I'll pull it. I'm being serious. I'll pull it up for you guys
I'm
later.
gonna soundbite that.
The name of the song is Ooh. It's 3 O's, 3 U's.
Whenever
And that's all she's doing.
Whenever our logo pops up, Jose, at the end of the theme song, it's gonna be you going ooh every single time.
I'll play it later. It's great.
So I was playing the Dragon Quest
forgot
Builders
about Dragon
demo.
Quest Builders.
I went into the game not expecting too much. It was like free demo. I mean, I love Dragon Quest, but this is Dragon Quest Minecraft. You know, how good can it be? And then I got in and I played it and I was like, okay, it's actually amazing. Because playing a Minecraft style game that's actually in high quality and I'm not playing as a fucking block.
Oh, you got it.
Is actually really great. All I could build within that game was dirt and straw. And I built a whole fortress.
You did.
But
Keep going.
But on top of all that is like it takes in the Dragon Quest lore and
music to my
monsters,
ears.
and so I'm fighting like monsters that I actually already know, and I know their drops because they drop the same things. Like chimeras drop their wings, which I can use to craft. They drop feathers, which I can use to craft wings, which I can use to fast travel, which is exactly how it works in the series. But most of all, it's made me crave a new high quality Dragon Quest game. And they didn't show Dragon Quest XI at Tokyo Game Show. And all in all, I'm just trying to say Tokyo Game Show sucked this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dragon Quest Builders actually impressed me because it's one of those
Yeah.
things where, as I'm playing it, it's what I wanted Minecraft to be. Give me a game where I could explore and build and do whatever I want,
And
but
have
give me a
quests.
framework of
Yes.
like, what is this world I'm in? I know Minecraft's like, oh, it's your imagination, it's whatever world you want. Yeah, but after the 80th time of me playing, it's just the same world of the same zombies and blocks. Like, it's not whatever world I want. It's the world they made, and it's the same one over and over again. Well, Dragon Quest, like, oh, you know, calamity has stricken the world. You know, everyone has forgotten how to build, and all the towns have been destroyed. They're the only one who knows how to. It's kind of lame, but you're the only one who knows how to build. It's very typical JRPG story, but tailored towards a more Minecraft tilt. But it isn't like Minecraft, where you're a character. You have a name.
Similar like Dark Cloud.
Yep.
Yes, very good. I did about that up. I did tweet about that. It gives me huge. Same developer. It gives me huge Dark Cloud vibes.
Is it really the same developers?
Level 5, yeah. They made Dark
didn't know
Cloud
that.
1 and 2 and the Dragon Quest series.
That's
Ni no
level 5?
Kuni. Yeah.
Huh.
Level 5's on that good drug.
I didn't know
Didn't
Level 5
it-
made
it's
Dark
only
Cloud.
11?
Yes.
Wait, they made Ni no Kuni too?
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder I fucking love that game.
Yeah, no, level 5's like...
When I played Ni no Kuni, I was like, this is the best JRPG I've played since Dragon Quest VIII. No
Yeah.
wonder. How did I not know
Level
that?
5's great. If you love their stuff,
Oh my
you'll love
God.
Dark Cloud. You'll love Dark Cloud 2. You will love... they're great. They made Fantasy Life as well for the...
Yeah, that's what I
3DS.
said. The Fantasy Life, which is an awesome game.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're a super great developer. So playing Dragon Quest Builders, like the idea of Dark Cloud is that a big calamity has blown up all these towns, and you have to enter these dungeons and defeat these bosses and get pieces of the town back and all these materials, and then it's up to you to build the town and lay it out however you want to meet these
I
citizens'
did not know
needs.
that was a part of Dark Cloud.
And it's awesome. I remember like, the first time I played it back in the PC, I'm like, this is blowing my mind. And every dungeon, every time you go back to it, they always kind of shake it up and randomly generate the layout. It was kind of like Sony's answer to Zelda in a way, aesthetically. The first one. The second one looks more like it's cell shaded. The second one's beautiful. The first one looks okay, but it's very Zelda inspired.
Yeah.
Even down to like you're wearing green and all this, whatever. But yeah, it's called like the Georama, I believe it's called. It's like the power you have that lets you do all this stuff, and it's really neat. And you can build a town however you want, but you need to meet certain citizens' desires as you're building a town, and it's super
Animal
good,
Crossing.
super addicting. And as I was playing Builders, I'm like, I haven't played Dark Cloud in years, but like I'm playing this, and I'm like, this is giving me huge Dark Cloud vibes. And Dark Cloud 1 and 2 are both available on the PlayStation 4, PS2 Classics.
$15.
$15, baby. Get some good old JRPG action, hundreds of hours, build some towns, look at some anime boobies, and have a great time. I was super impressed with Builders, is what I'm saying. It gives me, I'm definitely buying that game. I'm sold on it 100,000, 50,000%. As for what I've been doing, watching, playing, whatever, eating, I'm gonna give a shout out to Hunt for the Wilder People, which is another movie. Last time I recommended Sing Street. This time I'm gonna recommend Hunt for the Wilder People. What the hell's his name? Taika Waititi? What the hell's that director's name?
Oh, I don't remember his name.
Sorry, buddy.
The same guy that did What We Do in the
Same guy did What We
Shadows,
Did in the Shadows, and he did a few other movies too. He's doing the new Thor. which is really exciting actually because this dude's movies pack a lot of heart. And Hunt for the Wilder People stars oh no, I don't forget his name. Dude from Jurassic Park, Sam Neill. Sam Neill, I meant some unknowns. Oh, and Rhys Darby, Mary from Flight of the Conchords.
Oh, he's in that?
Yeah, and it's about a foster kid who nobody wants, and this lady and her husband adopt him. They live in like the New Zealand wilderness, and they adopt him, and I kind of don't want to spoil it any further than that because I didn't know a thing. This is like one of my poster childs for not knowing anything about why the plot is happening, because I saw the trailer and it just really kind of showed like, you know, some little flat, like quick cuts of stuff, like, oh, here's some of the funny lines, whatever. But when I watched it, as I was watching the trailer, I'm like, why are they like doing this? Because like it didn't make any sense to me. Like, oh, they're fugitives on the run, they're armed and dangerous, and I'm like, well, why though? Like, they're just a foster kid and his like foster dad in the New Zealand wilderness. Like, what did they do or what happened? And I don't want to give too much away as to what the plot is, but it is them surviving in the New Zealand brush, the harsh New Zealand wilderness, and it's super funny, super touching. If you like New Zealand humor, if you like Flight of the Conchords, you'll love it. It's such a good movie. Highly recommend it. And also watch Sing Street.
What's your count now?
12.
12 times.
Yeah.
In less than 2 weeks still?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Watch it again.
Exactly.
I was like that with a Goofy movie.
Oh, that's cool.
That's not even a joke.
I believe it. You guys are really into the Goofy movie.
I love Goofy movie.
That's cool to me.
What about the second one where he goes to college?
I didn't watch that one. I don't think I did. I might have, and I forgot it.
I just realized that's in frame.
Ooh!
This has been the Mixed Pixel Podcast. We hope you enjoyed episode 6. I'm going to get my foot out of the frame now.
I always forget that John Malkovich was in Con Air.
Yeah, Con Air's a great movie. For those of you guys who don't know, I have a Con Air pic. You can't really see it in the camera, but I have a Con Air pic right next to Tracer. It's where it belongs. And back years ago, we were on like a Nicolas Cage kick in this house. We were like, he's a good actor, but then he progressively got worse, but he also got better, like in a weird way. Like he's really watchable.
Picks up every contract.
Yeah, he's really but he's so watchable.
He's doing side quests.
Like he's so bad nowadays that you almost watch him and go like, this is better than I ever could have hoped.
What's sad is the only scene I ever associate with Nicolas Cage, aside from What's in the Bag, Sharks or something, is the one scene in Gone in 60 Seconds before they leave. He's just standing there. He's like, okay. And then
that sums up Nicolas Cage 100%.
Yeah.
But we watched Con Air. I think Con Air is genuinely a good movie.
It was a good movie.
A lot of Nicolas Cage's like action movies on that time, like The Rock and that and Face Off, they're all pretty good movies. But I loved Con Air because his name's fucking Cameron Poe. He has the worst name in history of film. And my mom it was around my birthday.
Poe Cameron? Poe Dameron?
Oh damn!
Star Wars Episode 7.
Nicolas
Cage is Snoke, confirmed.
I thought you were going to go that point.
I was. But I stopped.
Anyway, yeah, my mom found that in the dollar store. and she was like, I got to buy that for you because it's in the dollar store and it's really strange that it's there. And it's like framed and stuff. It's like, it's framed. It's coming out of the wall.
They don't sell movies.
It looks like it came with a collectible DVD that didn't actually cost more money.
Yeah. Well, it's made of like foam, that thing. It's like foam in a black frame. Con Air.
That's episode 6.
We hope you guys enjoyed. You can find us all on Twitter. I'm at Pepperdham. This is at...
Look at my head.
Team's Third Sniper.
Team's Third Sniper. You can find us as a group on Twitter at A Mixed Pixel. You can look us up on Facebook. You can send us an email at mixedpixelpodcast@gmail.com if that's your thing, if you like going old school. You can send a snail mail at the P.O. Box down below with your contest entries for us to come slime you. And you leave a comment down below. What do you think about Battleborn going free to play? What do you think about side quests? Maybe getting a little boring. What do you think about... Let's talk about Destiny. Bye. Ooh. I gotta get up and stop the recording now.
All right. just gonna.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Mighty, mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man. Mighty good man. Mighty, mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What a mighty, mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what. Are you really not going to hit stop?
Nope. Good night.
What a mighty, mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man. I'll get up and do it.
I'm on my way.
I'm going to leave this in. Everyone can see my flexed body.
That's my ear.
I think his head's blocking.
It's still going, baby.
This
This is all.
Flex Pixel.